Hey people, welcome back to the channel and thanks for tuning in for my third video. Probably wondering why the Cadillac looks like a Tron mobile. The reason the car looks like that is because I'm going to do some paint correction on it. This car's got about 40,000 miles, just the typical wear and tear, scratches, dull spots. You know, you drive through a car wash, you get those little scratches all over. And I'm going to bring the paint back to a little better than factory finish. And I'm going to show you how to do it with just a matter of a couple of products. First product I'm going to show you is the Torx Random Orbital Sander. I'll post a picture of the sale page on Amazon for this. But with this type of polisher, if you're not super experienced at polishing cars, you cannot go wrong with this particular type of polisher. Okay, it won't leave swirl marks or burns or anything like that because it is a random orbital polisher, as opposed to, if we come over here, you see I got a DeWalt polisher. That's a whole different story. That's for guys with a lot of experience in this type of business. The other couple of products that I'm using is I'm using the Hex Logic buffing pads. You see a white pad here is for light to medium polishing. The car is not terribly bad, so I don't need a heavy polishing pad to do that one. And then I'm going to be using a finishing pad. Now with the white pad, I'll be using the Perfect-It compound. This is a pretty light duty compound. It's just enough to get the surface scratches and things like that off. If I have some spots that are troublesome, I'll be switching over to the V32 or the V34. It's a little more coarse of a polishing compound. And then when it's all done, I'll be switching pads, going to a black pad, which is a polishing pad, and I'll be using a ultra-fine machine polish. Then to finish the car off, I'll be using some of this Turtle Wax Jet Black, black spray detailer, some microfiber towels, and then some tape here, in which you saw I taped off some areas on the car. The reason I tape those off is because I don't want to run a polisher over anything that's plastic or anything that has that dull plastic look finish to it, because if you do hit it with the buffer, it will polish it and you won't get it back to its factory finish. Tape helps keep all the buffing compound out of the cracks and crevices and the really hard spots to get to. Keeps it off of all your seals and things like that. The car's all taped off. I wiped it all off and got the dust and dirt and things like that off. I'm going to show you how to start with this. First thing I'm going to do is put my Hex Logic pad on my random orbital polisher, and you'll notice that I got the pad right in the very center of that Velcro pad. Make sure you get it right in the center, and you won't get the desired finish that you're looking for. I'm then going to take the Perfect-It rubbing compound, this product right here, and I'm going to put 3/4 size squirts onto my pad there. And I'm going to go ahead and rub this into the paint finish and start the polishing process. Now that the cutting process is all finished up, I'm going to go ahead and move over to the second step of the polishing, and that's with the ultra-fine machine polish that I had showed you earlier. Same process. 3/4 size spots on your buffing pad. First start to wipe it onto the car and start polishing back and forth with it. Second step of the process is all finished up. I wiped everything down again, and let me show you the finished product of what we're looking at, although I still do need to wax the car. It's pretty nice reflective quality on there. You can definitely read your watch, which is kind of my standard. So as a whole, that's the paint restoration process on a daily driven car that the paint isn't too terribly bad on it, but it was looking kind of crappy. Quick little two-step process. I spend about 30 minutes on each panel. It's going to take a few hours to do the entire car. I'll follow this up with a completion video to show you the end results after it's all waxed and washed and I've gotten all the compound and everything off. But thanks for tuning in for my third video. Like, subscribe, comment below, share the video if you like, and hopefully I get some more parts in and we'll get back to work on the Corvette here and get the chassis out from underneath it and get this engine put back together and get it back on the road before springtime. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.